At 59 years old, after 35 years of marriage, she stood in her bedroom staring at a suitcase on the bed, not because she was going on vacation, but because her husband had just told her, "I've met someone else." He didn't yell, he didn't apologize, he just said it calmly, and in that moment, her entire life split in two. But what happened next was something no one, especially him, expected.
If you've ever felt invisible in your own life, if you've ever wondered who you are after everyone else's needs are met, this story is for you.
The life she built. Marianne had built a beautiful life. She married at 24, raised 2 children, hosted Thanksgiving every year, remembered birthdays, supported her husband through promotions, layoffs, and long nights. She was the dependable one. Friends described her marriage as solid. From the outside, everything looked steady, but steady doesn't always mean fulfilled. Somewhere along the way, she stopped asking herself what she wanted. That Tuesday evening was ordinary. Chicken in the oven, news humming in the background. Then he cleared his throat. "I didn't plan this," he said, "but I've met someone." Just like that. 35 years reduced to a sentence. She didn't scream. She didn't throw anything. She just felt quiet, like the air had been sucked out of the room. And the strangest thought crossed her mind. Who am I now? That night, she opened the closet. She pulled out a suitcase she hadn't used in years. As she folded her clothes, memories flooded her. Anniversaries, road trips, late-night talks about retirement. Had she missed the signs? Or had she been too busy being strong to notice she was lonely? She wasn't packing because he told her to leave. She was packing because something inside her had cracked. And once something cracks, it can never return to what it was. She drove to her sister's house, but she didn't go inside. She sat in the driveway, hands on the steering wheel, and she cried. Not just for the betrayal, but for the years she postponed herself. The art class she never took, the trip she delayed, the business idea she dismissed. She realized something painful. She had built a life, but she had forgotten to build herself. Here's the part that changes everything. 3 weeks later, instead of calling him, instead of asking who she wasn't enough for, she did something radical. She bought a notebook. On the first page, she wrote, "If I'm starting over at 59, what do I want?" Not what the children wanted, not what the neighbors expected, what she wanted. And that question terrified her, because she didn't have an answer. She started small, morning walks alone. Then she cut her hair shorter than he ever liked. Then she signed up for a painting workshop. The first day, she almost didn't go, but she went. And as color spread across canvas, something inside her woke up. She wasn't just someone's wife. She was creative, curious, alive. Months passed. She sold the house, moved into a townhouse near the water. Smaller space, bigger peace. For the first time in decades, she decorated without asking anyone's opinion. Then, one evening, her phone rang. His name flashed across the screen. He sounded different, regretful. "It was a mistake," he said. "I miss our life." For 35 years, she would have answered immediately. But now, she paused, because something had shifted. She realized something powerful. The woman who packed that suitcase is not the same woman answering this phone. And she finally understood. Losing him did not mean losing herself. She didn't slam the door. She didn't seek revenge. She simply chose herself. At 59, not 29, not 39, 59. And the most shocking part, she felt lighter than she had in years. Not because divorce is easy, but because self-respect is powerful. Her children sighed. Her friends noticed it. She walked differently, spoke differently. She stopped shrinking. If you're watching this and you're in your 50s or close to 60 and you feel like life passed you by, listen carefully. It is not too late. You are not invisible. You are not finished. Sometimes the most painful chapter becomes the one that introduces you to yourself. And sometimes, packing a suitcase is the first step toward unpacking your strength. If this story spoke to you, if you've ever had to start over, leave a heart in the comments. And if you believe it's never too late to choose yourself, subscribe, because the best chapters are often written after 50.